it a second and we'll start this recap. Um, okay, so last time we all went to this facility, to deal with the mutated soldiers. You dealt with them, and of course submitted a countermeasure, which obviously the dead bodies were everywhere, shriveled up because of that. Um, Mutants and also others alike that weren't wearing the environmental suits, and eventually you all captured this doctor, Dr. Adrian Voss, and you all did their thing. You were talking to him, gave you some information, and then you uh, lured eventually this security guy, um, and uh, pretty much he was stating that there's going to be an invasion at the Citadel within a week. But he was kind of deflecting answers. He was giving you all kinds of weird riddles and stuff. And then to a point where you all decided to bring him to the Citadel, and then Mason and the Spectres, basically will get some information on their side. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time. In the meantime, Mason said, "All right, here's what we're going to do. While we're doing this, go ahead and just take some time off. Have a little bit of rest, and hang out at the Citadel." He gave you some access to a, I guess, not really like a hotel, but more like an apartment room type of like Airbnb style. It's like a bed and breakfast, um, and you have like a window view of space. You can see what's going on outside of the ship here, the Citadel. So right now, that's kind of where we kind of left off. You all were, saying, hey, you were getting this information from Mason saying that he's going to give you this access, and then you could do whatever you want. And with that being in mind, there are a few activities that I've drummed up that we could do, and of course, that's up to you. But I will say that well, since Count's not here, that there's going to be an email from Opal to forwarding all of you, basically saying that he's returned to the Citadel because he has some pressing matters to do, um, something urgent, and he wants to meet up with you at some point. It's the same Opal, yes. He said that he has an urgent, meeting or urgent matter that he wants to meet up with, and he said that it's an urgent mission from the embassy from his home planet Kaji. I mean, he would have at least. He would briefly met him once. Okay. So I mean, you could, I guess, reply and like say that you want to meet up. You want to meet up at like the apartment building that you're all are in, or did you want to like meet up somewhere in the Citadel? Oh, there you go. But yes, there are like a bar that you could go to. But yeah, if you want to invite him to the apartment, that's not a big deal. We can do that. Okay. So, yeah, so yeah, you all arranged a meeting. He'll be there shortly, within the hour. So, I'm assuming you all are probably prepping some ramen, whatever you could do, and then eventually you'll get a buzz from the door, and obviously upon looking, it looks like it's Opold waiting. Uh, okay. Okay. So, I will say it is Opal because he's wearing the stupid admiral hat, so that would be the distinguished, yeah, the distinguished mark. so so he's at the door and he's like, friends. He looks around. Where's where's my squire? Oh God. Yes, yes, quite. Yes. Listen, and he like kind of shoves you off a little bit. I well, let's this one we're gonna talk a little discreetly, and he like looks around. This isn't monitor or anything. Yes, there's no what you call those Earthlings CCTVs. Oh, that does sound dangerous. Okay, quite. This one was assigned to basically deal with a matter of making sure that my home planet, this one's home planet, Kaji, has a good trade relations agreement with a certain kiosk here in the Citadel. So this one looked up the kiosk specifically. It looks like a Solarian owned this shop. I just wanted to make sure this one wanted to make sure that we, could just kind of swing by and you could be like, I don't know what do you want to call that? Like security, just make me look uh distinguished, so to speak. Oh, good God! You- you oh yes, quite. And this one kind of remembers slightly. Yes, yes, I remembers the face. Yes, yes. You know, Opal, good to meet you. Yes, quite please. Okay. Um, let's see. Yes, yes, yes. We actually, this one acquired a couple of, well, I could acquire as much as possible since, I am distinguished. Tickets for a show. It is I don't, I don't know if you remember our old fellow friend Doug, the Elcor. Yes, apparently the Writers Guild has been lifted, so he's been out going to different acts of different. Not sure what he's doing today, but we could do that after we show up. And also, there is one Krogan that is frontlining that show, so that's the main attraction. Apparently, he's some type of slam poet. I don't know what that means, but huh, interesting. Huh. Okay, well, we could do that, and of course, we could peruse around the Citadel as well. As being me as a distinguished ambassador for Kaji. Right, yes. Okay, okay. Yes, let's all gather around, I'm sure. And he's like yelling off to the distance, Squire, you're going to follow us, yes? And he's just going to assume that the Squire nods or something. Quite. All right, let's all go. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. While you're hearing this, like, you obviously know what's going on. So yeah, eventually you all gathered and headed towards this kiosk. And he explains along the way. It's again a Solarian running this shop. Um, Not exactly sure what exactly it is. From what the looks of it, the shop is um, it's like a tech shop. It's called Tech Curiosities and Implants. Uh, so he's just assuming that the ambassadors, the head ambassadors, and Kashi just wanted to solidify some trades. So you all eventually got to this kiosk, and of course you see the Solarian here next to like a front office type of thing, reception area, and uh, Opal, goes up to this Solarian, and Opal's like, "Greetings, uh, esteemed representative of the Solarian Union. I must commend your nation on its profound experience in scientific advancements and tactical precision." And then you see this Solarian. He looks like he kind of smiles and nods. He looks kind of confused. And he, the Solarian just kind of replies with, "Yes, how could I help you?" And he's like looking at you guys that walked in, looking like uh, like a squad or whatever with Opal. So Opal turns at the uh, squad. It's like, "Yes, okay, yeah, we can do that if y'all want to be all black." You're gonna be the offsuit guy that didn't like get the memo. So Opal's like, "Yes, hi. We are here to talk about our trade accord that will benefit both our peoples in accordance with Intergalactic Protocol 72-B of the Galactic Compact, Section 14. I have come to discuss the." And he leans closer to the Solarian sensitive matters, like backs off a little bit, regarding mutual prosperity and the balance of economic energies. You'll understand, of course, the implications of such an arrangement. And again, the Solarian, he's like, "Well, thank you. Uh, I appreciate the compliment, I think. But you do know this is just a shop, right? I kind of just sell implants and tech mods. Not sure about economic energies or alliances." And Opal just kind of ignores that. He just kind of leans in a little more closely. Says, "Ah, yes, yes, of course, my dear friend. But you see, These are not merely implants or mods. These are just keystones of our future cooperation. The Hanar people are keen to invest in such vital components that could, dare I say, forge a pathway to greater interspecies understanding. Indeed, if we were to sign an agreement, perhaps akin to the Ilium Accord of 2181, but on a smaller scale, our peoples would thrive. Jorvin's look the Solarian. His name is Jorvin. He looks around and he looks confused. Um, he looks at the crew and is like, do you know what he's talking about? And then Jordan, he's like, Jordan's kind of like confused, and he's like nodding. Okay, I'm sure that sounds good on paper. I'm just selling upgrades for Omni tools here. Are you interested on that? I mean, not sure what this has to do with interspecies cooperation. Uh, he Opal kind of, you see him do like a little nodding motion. He's like, exactly. That is precisely right. And then he goes back to the guy Jorvin, and he's like, "You understand the core tenets of cooperative harmony. Our respective economies would benefit greatly from an alliance rooted in technological exchange, as per Article 5.3 of the Galactic Trade Treaty. I propose we negotiate the inclusion of the Hanar biotic enhancement alongside your Solarian modifications. Together, we can uplift the galaxy to new heights." And Jorvin's still kind of like he scratches his head, and he's like, "Okay, right. I mean, I don't know why you're here. I'm just a small shop. Um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I could sign anything, but especially if it involves with government agencies." And then you you see Opal kind of like shake off whatever he's saying, and he's like, "Okay, look, uh, I will send you the details, and you go ahead and uh, accept what's going on here. Um, we will go ahead and accept this agreement, and we can move on." Um, this is just a wise choice. I guarantee this will be great for both of our species. Especially if I have been granted full authority by the Hanar Council to proceed with this transaction of galactic importance. Let us not worry about formalities. Soon, you and I will have just crafted a pact that future generations will study as a prime example of cross-species negotiation. You, you all see Jordan just kind of, again, just takes it all in and just confused. He's like, "Look, I think there's been some sort of mix-up here. I'm not a diplomat or anything like that. Maybe you were supposed to meet someone else." And then Opal just kind of shakes it off again, ignoring that. "I see your point. It's true. The Solarian people are masters of subtlety, but I assure you this will not take long. I have prepared a formal proposal regarding the exchange of goods and services, and based on the principles outlined in the Garrus Galactic Memorandum, I can't talk, signed after the Siege of Omega." And Jorgen is like, "Okay, you might want to take this to maybe the Citadel diplomatic wing. I think they could help you out more there. I just sell mods again." And then you see Opal. You could tell he's visibly concerned now. He's like, "Hmm, yes, I understand now. You wish to maintain plausible deniability in these delicate negotiations. Very well. Note that the Hanar respect your decision to avoid public association with our," and he leans closer again, "talks. I will communicate the details through more discreet channels moving forward, but please think of the future we could build together. Jorvan's like, right, the future. Okay, okay, got it. And he looks at the party. Do you want any mods? No, I mean there's other, uh, you know, I do have a bunch of different inventories besides Solarian, and it's not mainly focused on Solarian technologies. Perfect. Well, and he looks at Opal again. Well, thank you for uh, coming out here and telling me this. Yeah. So and he looks at the crew as well. I mean, there's other things to do as well. I'd hear that there's a Turian like food challenge thing that you could probably participate. Um, you know, and I'm sure you all know that Turians make some good food with very uh, high tolerance of spice. Let's call it. So maybe there's a good one for you all if you want to try that. And yeah, I bid you all good day. And then Opal's like, you know, looks like he's trying to bow, but kind of clumsily do it. And he's like, "Yeah, good day." And then his like hat just falls down. Just tries to grab it, and he like looks around at the other people, and they're like, "All right, let's get out of here." Yeah, and he's yeah. Go ahead and roll deception. Oh yeah, a 19. Okay, so you see him like taking it all, and he's like, okay, yeah, and he like has like a big sigh of relief. I mean, there's no problem with that. I just didn't know what the hell is going on. I appreciate that you're, you know, uh, telling me this, and don't worry, I won't say a thing. That's not a problem. He pulls out like a he was pulling out like a he was pulling out and like pouring a little red sands on him. No, 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 no. This wasn't drug related at all. Please, this is more and he kind of shows. If I could show you the message that the ambassador sent me, and like if you want, I can show you. Well, that's unfortunate, quite unfortunate, but all right, all deals are final. And he like proceeds to send you the message that is from the ambassador. Basically, the message was saying, it's all official. I'm just going to paraphrase it. Pretty much, what it stated was that Opal needed to go out to the Citadel to proceed to uh, look for a specific shop to solidify a deal. Um, didn't say what exactly. It just says a Solarian runs this shop. So it just kind of that part was kind of vague. So from what the message shows, out of the oblivion of what Opal is saying, is probably they're leading him on for something stupid, which is why the guy was confused. No, he just basically he basically got sent to solidify a contract that he thought was real, but then obviously it wasn't. Opal, obviously. Yes. Well, they were giving me assignments, and obviously it would take me further up to the pedestal of being not exactly the head ambassador there, but at least getting there. But I've been doing little missions here and there. They've been sending me to different planets, dealing with different small trades here and there. So again, it looked like it was important, so I went ahead and accepted it, especially since I'm trying to get up in that leaderboard, um, that hierarchy of being an ambassador. So um, yeah. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Okay. And then you see Opal thinking about that for a second, and he just goes back, "Hey, you want drugs?" He's basically saying it to whoever's is listening around him, like the party. Quite. All right. He's gonna pull out his bag of drugs, like different bags of drugs. Here you go. There's what? How dare you? Oh, that would be funny. And then yeah. Um, let me think. Okay, so he's like, "Well, do you want to see the show? There's other activities we could do. That's gonna be on in a few hours. We could go. Oh, I hear there's like an underground like Varen fight that we could go. Like maybe bet on Varens fighting each other. Uh, in due time. I think I'm gonna let them stew for a while. This is a tactic, right? All right, right. And he just continues on without anyone answering, sniffing drugs, whatever drug he could grab. Okay. Okay. So he uh he just kind of does the opal things, kind of ignoring you here and there, but for the most part he did catch on to what you're saying, that yeah, it does affect people, but for me, I have a high tolerance, as you can see, and he just like sniffs another line of whatever drug he grabs. Yeah, it's nothing. But yeah, it does give me a little bit of a rush. That's why I like a bunch of them. um and then as long while you're talking here, if you want to do, he's like leading you to the Varen pit fight, pretty much. There's like the lower levels of the Citadel that he's leading you to, where there's like you know a few Krogans around, and has a few, probably like four or five, six different Varens like ready to fight. He's like, hey, so, and he like rubs his tentacles together. Let's participate on it, shall we? Who's gonna stop me? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, yes, quite. What if I just stay out, around here? He's like pointing at the hallway while you all have some fun betting on variants. I'll just kind of like do my, whenever somebody walks by, I'll talk some storm up about how Kaji's the greatest planet and they should support Kaji type of thing. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, okay. He like agrees and nods. I see. Okay. Yes. This is better hat anyways. Texas. Okay. Okay. All right. So y'all are going in, where again there's some Krogans there, kind of uh, staying guard with these Varens. They're all like kind of fighting each other. And says, um, "Okay, who's going in to bet on these lovely Varens that we got here? See who wins the fight. Coming up, there's our two, uh, Varens that are ready to tear each other apart." And you see him. Okay, take your bets, take your bets. And he's like announcing it to all these people that are here. And there's quite a few people kind of uh, spectating, and see some of them like throwing credits here and there to them, to the program. Anyone else want to bet? Ah, yes, that's a good pick. And then he's like totaling it all up. Okay, okay. Quite, okay. And then he's like totaling all up. And I guess you don't really have to give me a number. I'll just say who, we'll say who wins and who loses. Um, so you see these Krogan just kind of, uh, putting in these Varen into the pit. It's two Varen, obviously, one with the big teeth, and then the other looks trained. Looks like he's ready to fight as well. So they're all like counting down 3, 2, 1, and then fight. So we'll go ahead and roll some numbers here. Boom. Okay. Oof. Okay. So you see these two dogs just fighting each other, snarling. And the big tooth one was like snapping his teeth at this regular looking Varen ish, and we'll call him like trained. And they start going back and forth, pouncing, and then at the end, the big tooth one won. Basically, like ripped a little bit of flesh off, and then the Varen backed off. The trained Varen backed off, and it's like, "All right, the big the big teeth Varen won. Congratulations, winners!" And then whoever bet it on it, I'll say you get like 5,000 for it. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Going to a strip club? I'm not gonna role play. Oh, nice. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah, there you go. A group photo. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah. 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 Sorry. He's like, what the fuck's going on? So yeah, after that, there's a couple of places you could go. There is that one mention about like if anybody wanted to do like the food challenge at the Tyrian restaurant. They have like a couple of food challenges to see if anybody could withstand the spice of certain foods they have there. And then there's obviously in a couple hours there's going to be the little show for Doug Dielcor and um, the Krogan. It's just a basic D20. Okay. It's just a basic 20. It doesn't need to be dex. Yeah. You both have the same roll. Wow. Okay. So you could roll again. There's like three different dishes you go through. There's like little samples that you eat, so you could do three different rolls. All right. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Last roll. Let's do it. Okay. So the first dish, it looks like a spicy ramen with a little bit of uh, like kind of like calamari, but a different species. Maybe a little bit of thresher maw. There's a little tentacle there, and then it tastes real good. But for those rolls, the first roll, you kind of struggle quite a bit. It hits you really really hard. The second one, uh, kind of the same effect for um, Yosef, and with Strebi, you kind of wield your way through. It's just a little bold, right? So it's not that spicy. The third one, yeah, Strebi, you didn't, uh, you felt the same effect as the first one, right? So you're like, uh, struggle, and and then um, with Yosef, you just kind of hung through, and you're like, yeah, take that, and it wasn't as hot as the other dishes, so you're like, oh man, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, it looks like you both somewhat tied. Um, and then for the for the winner, they get a gift card. So I guess in this overall example, they're going to go ahead and give Yosef the gift card to for the next meal if they come by again. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and redeem that, and then nice. Okay. Yeah, there's some calamari. Some calamari, and then you could get like other fish there too, and they're really good. Turians are really good at cooking for them. There's like let's call it I don't know Hunt Master's Feast. There's like grilled meats, vegetables, spice grains, all that. So there's some good stuff. So I guess you all get your meal before the show. And I mean, depends on the species, right? I think. Could be. That's a question. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So you all like, again, ate some food and stuff. You all, uh, I guess, met up with Opal, and Opal's like, all right, who's ready to go to the show? Um, Looks like it's starting in about an hour, and we can make it there. And it looks like, and he's like looking through the details, that there is this, again, the Krogan, doing a few slam poetries, and of course there's Doug Dielcor, and he like looks through the information, and looks like he's doing a little bit of stand-up comedy. There's a couple of jokes that he's probably going to say. Okay, so good for him. I wonder how long that's going to take. And then he looks at you all, and it's like, all right, let's go. Yes, everybody ready? Oh, I mean, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You probably should go to the bathroom if you don't want to, like, make a little bit of an accident, shall we? Oh hell yeah! What was that? Oh yeah, well, well, that's okay. Okay. Little bathroom break. Let's see, what else? Things like going through the like Citadel directory. Let's see. Oh, there's a shooting range thing. Looks like there's some targets to shoot. Um, oh, you could also do a little bit of a improv class thing, an improv challenge there. Okay. Kind of looking around. There's obviously a combat simulator we could do. Oh, and there's a trivia night too. That's cool. Mhm. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, it apparently looks like you could fight as a solo or with a group, and all it is you just see how well you know, defeat these virtual enemies, so to speak. I'm assuming you could do almost any type of scenario there, so that's a good one. We could do that. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Still, I'll say that you still have some time before showing up at the show. We'll try to leave that as like the main event, so to speak, of this session. So the virtual combat simulator, let's call it. Um, so this one in particular, like I said, it just depends on what y'all want to do, and we can do like a standard thing. And if you want to do solo, you can. It's just a requirement of rolling a d20 for each round of combat, and basically see if you defeat the enemies um, or not. Pretty much. Okay. So you walk to this little area of the Citadel. It's kind of like what a laser tag scenario is. Like you're in this room and there's like a big laser tag type of scenario. You see different little posters and stuff showing how the uh, interaction would be. You see like uh, different creatures, species that's all over the walls there. That's potential fights that you'll do. And then there's this Turian looking at you all entering this little kiosk of like a combat simulator, and he looks at you all and says, "Ah, yes, are you all interested in this combat simulator?" Um, and he says, "All right, so we could set you up with anything here. Did you want to do a standard fight? Did you want to challenge yourself? What are we looking at here? Challenge? Okay." Then he programs a few things. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We're gonna go ahead and give you a few variety of enemies. We're gonna go ahead and just upload a few things from the past. So you might see some Reapers, some Geth, and other things that you may be familiar with. And then we'll load it up for you, and all you do is see how well you fend off these guys. So go ahead and step in here, and we'll run the program. It kind of shows you the way. So as you step in there, kind of looks like a big, empty room. You know, um, it's a massive room, enough for y'all to maneuver and stuff. And I picture it as something like the movie Tron. You see like all kinds of um, little gadgets kind of flashing on while he's loading the program. And eventually you'll see holographic um, enemies. You see a couple of Geth and looks like a Krogan warlord, and we'll say uh, couple of Reapers as well, and they're all like kind of ready and firing and shooting. So once you all step in there, go ahead and roll d20s. It's just going to be whatever you use as weapons, and then I'll just see who what the group is in total and see what wins after like 3 rounds. Yeah, what is that? That's all right. All right, and then so you see Leland just firing. He got decloaked once he fired, and then you all to go ahead and roll d20s as well. So d20. Okay. And Strebby. Oh, low rolls. God damn. All right. So first round, you all were shooting, but they got a little overwhelming. They did a little bit of a tactical advantage. They kind of went into cover and started shooting once they see an opportunity. And then you got, you know, a big buzzing sound. It says, round one lost. Okay, go ahead and again roll d20. This is round two. All good. That's good. Okay. Trevi. Yeah. This is basically 3 rounds of it. Okay. That's at least a little better. Uh, so this is like a combat simulator, Brex. So they wanted to step in and try this out. So the second round, you all did pretty good. Especially with Leland kind of leading the way, kind of showing, oh, there's the targets popping out once things show up from the virtual covers there and popping out. That's good. There you go. And then you hear the buzzers as round two, one. All right, final round. Go ahead and roll d20s. Let's see if we all win. That's that's great. Okay. I'll say that it's a little bit of a struggle with Strebby, but everyone else performed pretty good. Strebby was kind of struggling. Maybe he had a little glitch or malfunction somewhere. Maybe he stepped on something, but he got shot while he's confused, but everyone else won. So overall, it says round three won. So you did win. That's fair. Yeah, because these are like holographic, but at first it looks like full solid creatures, but when you shoot, it's holographic, right? So that's what it looks like. So like the bullets went through, and then you see the fizziness of the holographic, and it just disappears. You see them all hardcore, just shooting at these targets. And this guy, the Turian, is like, "Oh man, winners, good job!" And he like says, "All right, here's what you get. Anybody want T-shirts and hoodies?" Okay, there you go. And he gives you a hoodie, and that Krogan, uh, he like gives you another, hands out other hoodies or clothing, shirts or whatever, and it says something like, "I survived the combat," you know, and it has like a big graphic that shows like a gun in the middle and crosshairs, kind of like showing that you went through the combat simulator. Here you go. Congratulations. Yeah. And the Turian guy says, "You do look good." And he's like, "All right, who's next?" And then he's like looking at other people. So next up, if we could do a quick, I guess, trivia session, trivia night type thing. See if if we're gonna do trivia night, I could just throw in some, I guess some campaign questions plus um, the Mass Effect questions type thing. Like general Mass Effect universe knowledge in there as well, just to mix it up. Uh, yes. Oh hell yeah! All right, let's see. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ask, let's say, maybe 10 questions. See who wins out of all this. And the area that you're gonna go to, obviously, it's like kind of a. I guess I'll say it's closer to the show for WL Core and the Krogan. Um, and who's hosting it is actually a Volus. So um, he's you see this guy is like, step right up. We're gonna go ahead and get as many people as we can and ask these questions and see if you get them right. Who's ready for some trivia? All right, let's see. Okay, so again, it's gonna be 10 questions. We'll see if anybody gets these right. Again, they're a mix of like campaign specific and also Mass Effect related. So I'll throw those in there. Try to do it kind of equally anyway. Um, nothing yet. Hold on. Uh, okay. The first question. First question is so what was the purpose of the genophage created by the Solarians? Yes. What was the purpose of the genophage created by the Solarians? Uh huh. Uh huh. And then you see the Vol is confused, kind of told his head. He's like, correct. Um, all right. So we'll say Okay, so who gave the players the who gave you all information uh, leading to the discovery of the potential location of Commander Shepard? This is a general thing. Yeah, correct. I'm just kind of like throwing in random campaign and Mass Effect knowledge in here so that, you know, I mean, it is, but like, you know, it's questions that I'm bundling up to see if, you know, people are paying attention type of thing. Right. Yeah, exactly. Um, okay. Another one here. What species created the Citadel? That's a general Mass Effect question there. He's like, what's that, sir? Correct, sir. He just blatantly says the Reapers. I mean, they are gone technically now. Um, let's see. Okay, here's one. General knowledge of Mass Effect. What is used for the most part to that kind of allows faster than light travel in the Mass Effect universe? You know, what is this certain material? EZO? Yes, EZO. It is EZO. Mass Effect, bro. Yes. Um, yeah, I would think so, actually. Yeah, yeah. All right. So another Mass Effect question: who was the first Spectre, um, technically in the Mass Effect series? Um, I think actually the first um, in the game. I don't think canonically. Like if you remember back in the game, you would know. Technically, yeah. Uh, the other one is Saren. So Saren, technically, he was first. Yeah, but I don't know if you were talking about the other thing. Saren's technically the first, but Nihilus, in the books, he was technically the first. That's why I was. I'll say Nihilus is fine, but Saren was technically the first because he was before Nihilus, and Nihilus was whatever. Um, okay, let's see. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's like the chronological thing, but I'm talking about like within the Mass Effect universe, like with the game itself, like the actual lore, I guess. But yes, I am wrong about that. Um, where was it? I had a question. Oh yeah. So what was this is a campaign question here. What was the uh, code name for the Cerberus project that focused on mutating soldiers? Chimera? Yes, Chimera. Hmm. That was, I think I got like 5 questions there so far, right? Yeah, I think it's 5. Um, okay. So what is the homeworld for the Turians? What is the home world of the Tyrians? It's it's Palavin. Yeah, Paladin. Paladins. Yep. All right. Yes. Correct. No, not really. You're a little off. Okay. Yeah. Just continuing on. He just goes through his clipboard. Um. Okay. Campaign question. Um. What did initially Opal do with a mission that concerns him trying to, um, I guess, impress uh, the Sari and Turian diplomats that one time? What did he have to do? Yeah, you weren't part of that, but everyone else was. The it was basically the question is what what was Opal's mission or thing that he had to do to basically impress the Turian and Asari diplomats. I can give you a hint. Yes, yes, you put on a play. You did with Doug Dielcor and Streby, and mm-hmm. That is true. Hamlet. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Oh. Okay. General Mass Effect question now. Uh, what was the so-called Reaper known that attacked the Citadel at the end of the first Mass Effect? Yes. Sovereign, correct. Got that. Yes, yes, correct. It's two more questions, right? Yeah, I'll do two more. Okay. All right. So, general Mass Effect question. Um, what is the Krogan's homeworld called? Yeah, I wonder. I think so. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Oh, I heard it. Was it Tachanka? Tachanka. Yes, correct. All right. One more question. What should I do? I don't think you would know that. Let's do something easy. Okay. Um, who, what was, I think this would be general knowledge by now, since technically it's done. So, what was the elusive man's real name? See, I don't think anybody would know that. Chadwick. Actually, you're right. It was something Harper. Yes, it was. Yes, you got it. There you go. Boom. I don't know. Probably, actually, maybe like once on one of the random conversations. I don't think it. I don't think it did. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna look that up. Uh huh. I don't think it was mentioned in the game. Yeah, I figured that. Okay. That I remember reading about it. The father of Ashley Williams. Yeah. Before he went. Yeah. It was. Uh, I read a little bit of it. I just didn't know if it was part of. I don't think it was in the game itself. But yes, that was a cool like trivia question there. Because I knew that he was under the father of Ashley Williams. It's pretty cool. Um, okay, so Levolis kind of tallies up the points and it says, "Looks like you," and then he points at the one that keeps disappearing and reappearing. One. Okay. Yeah. So technically, people would know. That's why I was thinking about that by now. Um, so let me think here. Okay. So he'll say, "Congratulations! Here's a little bit of a prize," and he pulls out like a couple of options. Do you want this hat or do you want this shirt? Okay. Congratulations. We'll be here, every night. Oh, that's good. Uh, all right. So, I guess we'll wind end this session with the show and the afterwards of that. So, you all approach this venue. It's a decent sized venue. So the first one to act again is Doug the Elcor, and obviously you got tickets from the esteemed Ambassador Opold. He got those tickets, so he gave you the tickets and be like, enjoying this show. So you see, yeah, it's gonna be two acts. One is Doug the Elcor, of course, your previous party member, the esteemed actor that Dano technically was fanboying for a while because he heard of him and was a fan of his Hamilton adaptations and stuff that he did before. Um, and then the main event is a Krogan, um, and basically the name for him, kind of like the main event name for him, is called. His name was Run Talk the Word Slayer. So he has like a couple of poems to read off to y'all. But of course, first is Doug D. Elcor, and no, I'm not going to spend here all night saying different weird jokes I've came up with and looked up different Mass Effect jokes. But I will say a few things. That's why I got.
Check, check, 1, 2, ready.
Um, let me see. That's what I'm gonna do once I get the jokes. Let's see. Which jokes do I want to say? Here we go. I'll do this one. So you see Doug Elcor slowly trotting on the stage. There's, it's a decent sized venue. There's a lot of people observing and they're clapping at Doug Elcor. You see him kind of, not put his head down, kind of bowing at the crowd. Um, So he goes up to the mic and he starts saying a couple of jokes. One of them is, um, solemn reflection. I once considered becoming an Asari commando. Deadpan conclusion. Then I realized my combat technique would be better suited to philosophical debate.
Uh, um,
And then let's see. There's a couple of jokes here. I just wrote them down. I'm trying to figure out which ones are the good ones. Okay, here's one.
mildly annoyed recount. I had a meeting with a Solarian. Slightly bemused punchline. By the time I finished my introduction, he had already solved 3 crises and left the room.
And people started chuckling, laughing, and stuff. And then let's see. What else? God damn it. Okay, here's one.
Mildly embarrassed admission. I went to an Asari dance club once. I thought I was expressing my enjoyment. Slightly humored conclusion. The bouncer thought I was having a seizure.
People were clapping at that. And then let's see, one more. Oh, here we go. I got one. This is Courtney.
Slightly embarrassed observation. I tried speed dating once. Deadpan punchline. I'm still on the first date.
There we go. And everybody's cheering, and then you see him bow again, and then you hear him say,
Genuine excitement. Thank you for being here. And now, here's our main event. Run Talk, the Word Slayer.
and everybody's cheering. And then you see this big Krogan, trotting out. He's wearing like black and purple robes. He looks, he looks like a Krogan, but he seems to have this gentle persona. And he walks up to the mic and says, "Hello, my name is Runtuck the Word Slayer. Yes, I am aware I am Krogan. I've been, uh, I've had my share of battles, but recently, in the past 3, 4 years, I've uh, been sort of a poet, kind of showing the softer side, so to speak. So I'm going to recite a couple of poems for you. I hope you like it." And he clears his throat. So the first one is called Krogan Birthright. They say we're born in blood and fire, with nothing but our anger and desire. But I tell you now that it's only half true. Our hearts are fierce Our dreams are too. He looks up at the distance. We dream of stars, of victory grand, sometimes just a gentle hand. When you see me charge, don't be fooled. I'm more than just a Krogan who's cruel. Everybody's like cheering after he's done reciting that. Fair. Um, oh, here we go. This one is called Rex Taught Me How to Smile. Once a warrior with nothing to lose, crushed goals beneath my boots like forgotten blues. But then a chieftain named Rex taught me that a Krogan's heart is more than just fury. He said, Run, Doc. Sometimes you gotta grin, even when your rage is what's boiling within. Now I smile, just a little sneer, smashing heads. I drink some beer. Kind of bows after that, and there's quite a few people cheering. Goes, okay, last one. he clears his throat. Okay, okay. One more. He kind of looks at the crowd. He's like, What's going on here?" And then the crowd like looks around. Okay. Uh, hmm. And then he's like, all right. Well, one more, and then we'll be done with this. And then he clears his throat. The heart of a thresher maw. This is the last one. Thresher maw, you think you're tough with your giant teeth and scales so rough. What? What? I mean, sure. Uh, he's trying to start a riot, so he's throwing. What? What do you? Oh, Elcor riot. Okay. So, so he's yeah, that's what he's doing. Um, so you hear the Grogans start, reciting more while you're saying Elcor riot or whatever. You're throwing things. You said. Oh, okay. So you look around. Yeah, I'll say that you look around and there's like a random bolus on the crowd, like near you. All right, roll a d20. Let's see how well it'll be. I guess it's strength if you want strength in there. 3. Okay. So while he's reciting, he's like, "But let me tell you, I've seen it all, and my heart's bigger than your pitfall." And then you, you all see, you see, fucking Yosef being all pissed off, and he sees like near his Volus. He goes up, and just chucks him, but it didn't go to the front row. It looked like it went like 2 rows in front of you, so it hit some random guy watching the show, and he's like, "Hey, what the hell?" And Foles is like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just enjoying the show. You, you roar, you shake, you break the ground, but in my chest a heartbeat pounds, and then you throw up another one. It's been broken, shattered, and remade anew. Yet still it beats stronger than you. Okay, I'm done. And then everybody cheers, except for, I guess, you. Like, boo! And he kind of walks out. And then the show, the curtains close. Um, but yeah, it looks like everything's done here. And anything else you want to do? I mean, there's a couple of other things too if you wanted to like do, but for the most part, that show is done. Because if you don't want to do anything else, I could fast forward and you'll get like a message from Mason telling you things. So um, I don't know if you all wanted to fast forward to that and kind of like end a session after this, uh, I guess, information from Mason. Yeah, I don't know if you all wanted to do anything else. There's a couple other things that I could um, throw in, but for the most part, it's pretty much done for this session. Just a little uh, relaxation, RP, and then next session is the finale. I don't know if it will end next session or the session after, depending on how we do. So that's why I was just kind of suggesting that, and then trying like with this message from Mason, you're gonna have like two options on where you want to go, and I want to know which one you want to do, so I can make a map or find a map, one of the two. Agreed, but that sounds good. Um, so in this case, the message pretty much says that we're gearing up to defend the Citadel as we go near um, the time where Cerberus is going to invade. But we do have some information a Spectre picked up that you could potentially get to the main ship that they found. That obviously the Iron Lady's in, or potentially the Iron Lady looks like the main command ship that you could go in and maybe somehow infiltrate and stop her or destroy the ship, one of the two. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because the idea is you could either stop her, or obviously if you wanted to blow up the ship, you can. You could have like somebody go in there and rig the explosives and then detonate, or maybe um, you know uh, do something in the effect of like um, spreading out something. I don't know. Let's say a generator that controls um, the mutated soldier. I don't know. I need to come up with something, but the idea is you all want to go infiltrate the ship. That's what I'm gathering, or you could do the defensive line in the Citadel itself to stop Cerberus. So you technically have the jump to go to this ship and her. Um, and from what I'm gathering, you all want to infiltrate the ship. Perfect. All right, let me figure out a map. I think I found a couple of maps actually that I could use, and uh, we'll use that just for the sake of ease, so I don't have to actually make a spaceship map because that's a lot of work. Um, so, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end my session and the stream here. I'm not sure if we're going to do the actual finale next session or, maybe two sessions. It depends on how the combat goes or what you're going to do. So, potentially, it'll be the end of the Mass Effect campaign next session. And I don't know if, Mike, are you still going to do the heist thing that you're planning on? Okay. I'm just double checking and making sure because it could be next week or the next session. It'll be the finale, the actual end. So we'll see how it goes. Uh, yeah, pretty much. That's why I was kind of telling you because um, whatever happens, Jesus. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll you know, obviously you'll know when the ending will be, but it's either going to be next week or the week after, depending on how it goes, and then we'll just kind of go from there. See when will do your little campaign. All right, let me go ahead and see if I could rate out to people. Yep, yep. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh no, no. Yeah. Bye bye. Well, that's he. Yeah, he's saying goodbye. Bye bye. And whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and raid to somebody. Let's raid. Fuck, I don't know who's on. No, I don't want to do BHG in the middle of his session. That's weird. Gonna be like alerts everywhere. Um, all right, I'll raid to Mystic Badass. I guess she's playing Arena Breakout Infinite. Fuck it. I'll do that. And I'll catch up with we'll catch up with Count and let him know what's going on. All right, let me rate her. And yeah, next session will possibly be 75%